welcome to HoB 2020 week 10, I believe. Double figures already.
Wow.
Welcome, Will.
Thank you, Jack. It is indeed 10.
Thank you for that confirmation. It's another easy week for me. Alex is back to talk to you about the exciting thing we call Breadline, what that is, who it cases for, all that kind of stuff. That is coming up. So, enjoy.
Alex, it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
This week we're going to talk about the Breadline. Could you perhaps explain to the viewer what the Breadline is and who's it for?
Right, so basically when we first hit lockdown, we identified that there was going to be a massive problem with the fact that people weren't going to get the fellowship. We could do the food at the door, no problem. So we met and we just thought, what's the best way that we can help our friends within the remit of lockdown? And we decided that the best thing to do would be to set up a telephone service where our volunteers would actually be allocated our friends to actually speak to on a regular basis. So our volunteers who were caseworkers, and we decided that they would meet up with this friend and work out how best to fulfil their needs. So some people get spoken to once a week, some people get spoken to 5 times a week, some people get spoken to every day, depending on what their need is, which has gone absolutely brilliantly from the very beginning. I mean, our numbers are 76 currently on the Breadline, wow. And we've got 17 caseworkers who actually facilitate that.
So how do we make a referral into the Breadline then?
Basically, you can just come and have a chat.
Right.
So if you're a service provider, we have got a referral form, which we are working with other services now. Because we work 24/7, there's a niche in the evening. So service providers who work 9 till 5, we can do 5 till whenever. And for a lot of our friends, the loneliness hits in 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, where they will perhaps go for the drink, or so we're fulfilling a real need there. Feedback has been absolutely amazing.
And how long typically would a Breadline call last, do you think? Is it easy to say, or does it
again depending on the friend?
Yeah.
So sometimes, I mean, some of the reports that I get through are pages and pages, so they've obviously been on the phone for a long time, but that could possibly be just once a week. So it's somebody basically to say, how are you, how are things, what can we do for you this week to make your life easier? So sometimes if people get spoken to every day, it's going to be a shorter call, logically.
Yeah.
So, but that's between the caseworker and the friend to work out what suits them best.
So one of the biggest issues is social isolation, and Breadline addresses that very effectively.
Absolutely. I would say combats it. It's quite amazing. As I say, the feedback one of the best feedback was, which we read, and I think there were lots of tears shed. I don't know if I would be alive if it wasn't for this.
That's fantastic.
That's what we're here for.
So Alex, one of the things that I wanted to ask was, do you think we've developed a deeper understanding and a relationship with our friends through the Breadline?
Absolutely. I think that one-to-one has been amazing, both for us, who it's enabled us to understand our friends more and actually signpost and fulfil their needs, but for them, they feel special. I mean, we've had, I had a call once at 11 o'clock at night saying, my friend I haven't spoken to all day, he's really concerning me. So we decided that we were going to go out to the house just to check that he was all right. He was quite unstable emotionally. And we went, and he was absolutely fine, praise the Lord. But what came back was, you cared that much to come out at that time of night to see that I was okay. And that for me is exactly what we're here for.
So actually one telephone call has a profound holistic approach to people's health and well-being.
We found out people who've had no gas, people who've had no water, who've been coming into the cafe every day, so fulfilling that fellowship need and the food need, but we haven't, because we're so busy all the time, we haven't had the opportunity to just go to that one level to say, is there anything going on at home? That's not for everybody. You know, if somebody's confident to come into us and say, I've got this major problem, you know, I really need it sorted, then that's brilliant. But a lot of us are quite restrained in what information they want to share. There's a lack of trust. This has enabled us to build trust to a level that we could have only imagined at the beginning of lockdown. And also we now, when they come back, we can rest in the knowledge that we have done so much during this time, and as I say, the main thing being the building of trust.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for that. We've talked about a couple of things that happen in your world. We're going to look at another subject in a couple of weeks' time and invite you back.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, thank you so much for just exploring what the Breadline is, what it does, and just the effectiveness of addressing social isolation, which is such an issue during COVID.
Yeah. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Back to me.
Back to Jack.
I looked at back to Jack.
Sorry.
Thank you, Will. Back to me in the studio. Thank you very much, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, guys. And we're going to pick on other little subjects that we can dig a little bit deeper on. I want people to really get a sense of the depth and holistic approach that House of Bread has, and Alex is a key part of that.
Thank you very much, as ever, for watching. If you want to know what we are up to, all the little things that are going on, if you've donated something to us and we might be thanking you if we've said we'll thank you on the videos, check out HoB News. That goes up on Sundays at 4 on Facebook, but otherwise they'll be up on YouTube after that. But until then, thank you very much to Will.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you very much to me. Thank you very much to you. Goodbye.
Bye.